Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Najwa Binti Jafar. I am student from Akidah and Religious Study and now in year 4. So today I will present my topic which is a part of my thesis, and the topic is a comparative study of the concept of heaven and moksha according to Islam and Hinduism. For introduction, the purpose of this study is to analyze the concept of reward to be obtained, which is during life after death according to Islam and Hinduism. As in Islam, the belief of life after death or afterlife is certain and obligatory to be believed by all Muslims. Meanwhile, for Hinduism, adherents do not believe in life after death or in the form of hereafter. Hindus believe that the purpose of life is to achieve freedom from karma samsara, as we know, or to achieve spiritual happiness, which is known as moksha. So, according to the Islamic faith, as we know, it is the much anticipated reward of every Muslim to get the reward of heaven or paradise in the end of their life, which mean afterlife. So next, we go through the first part of reward in afterlife based on the perspective of Islam, which is heaven. Heaven or paradise is a creature of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, which Allah created from before the creation of a human being on the face of the earth. This is because it is proven through the story or history of Prophet Adam salam, and Eve, which was tested by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala with the passion of Satan. Heaven means Jannah and Jannah, the afterlife, the place of the good spirit of man and many rewards when in the world, the place of reward and the place of the eternal blessing of God, the world of all kinds of pleasure, that is pleasure, happiness in the world, heaven, of everything related to heaven. Allah Subhanahu wa Taala explained a lot of about paradise in terms of its characteristic or its type in the Quran. Paradise in the Quran is referred to as Al-Jannah, which is refers to gardens, tree, and plant. Based on the opinion of the one of scholar, the famous scholar Fakhruddin Al-Razi, in relation to heaven, which is Jannah is a garden filled with palm trees and trees that have many branches and foliage, and it can shade and protect what is beneath it like a canopy. Thus, paradise or heaven is a creature created by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala to be rewarded by His righteous and good deeds, where His servant who does all His commandments and abound His commandment and always obey the Creator Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So, as we know, there are a few names of heaven or Jannah that we can know, such as first Al-Firdaus, Adnin, Al-Khuld, Al-Na'im, Al-Ma'wa, Dar Al-Salam, Dar Al-Jalal, Al-Ainiyin, Dar Al-Mazid, Dar Al-Muttaqin, Dar Al-Mukammah, Dar Al-Qarar. Not only that, but there is also a phrase in the Quran which means to heaven, as well as the words Rawdah, Fajr, Al-Husna, Dar Al-Akhirah, Al-Ghurfa, and Uqbah Al-Dar. Next, the second reward based on the Hinduism perspective is moksha. According to the Hindu viewpoint, the necessity and desire for moksha appreciate only after the experience of these subsidiary goals and their limitations. The main life goal of the Hindus is to achieve freedom, moksha, from this reincarnation environment, or better known as the last goal of the whole Hindu people themselves, that is, man will gradually achieve his highest purpose of life, where free from all worldly bonds, to unite and be with Atman and Brahman, so that suffering can be eroded and no longer manifest into the world as punishment, but as a helper of fellow men. The term moksha means freedom or liberation and comes from a root words that mean to be released. To reach this level of moksha, every Hindu should always do good in accordance with his religious teaching and follow the scriptures of their religion. The theology of liberation, security, and enlightenment, which is a key aspect of Hinduism known as Moksha, is the goal and ambition for all Hindus, which is to share the spirit with Brahman after being free from the repeated process of reincarnation or rebirth. Hinduism, the destination is to achieve to moksha, which is freedom and unite with the soul that is Atman as eternal and divine and seeking unity with Brahman. Their freedom, moksha, is free from reincarnation or rebirth, samsara, whereas paradise or heaven, according to Islam, is a place of happiness for all its ummah or full of true happiness which has been bestowed by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala as a sign of love, justice, and mercy. Not only that, Hinduism itself, either in terms of its book or God or from among themselves, but each of them does also not express or talk about the situation and the shadow of the moksha looks like what. They only widely express the description of the moksha as a sign of freedom slowly from rebirth or reincarnation. In Surah Al-Hajj verse 45 and 46, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن المتقين في جنات وعيون أدخلوها بسلام أمين. That's mean indeed the righteous are in the paradise and the springs. Enter it in peace and security. Based on the above verse, in the Quran itself, it has stated the condition and characteristic of heaven. Thus, it is proof that the paradise or heaven existed and was created early by Allah Subhanahu wa Taala before the existence of this creature on the face of the earth. So the conclusion is the concept of reward in Hinduism is not really similar to that of Islam. Indeed, there are significant differences between the teaching of Islam and Hinduism on the concept of rewards as represented by heaven and moksha. Muslims believe in heaven, which is a place where a person maintains a body and soul and the personal identity continues forever. The whole purpose of life in Islam is only ibadah or worship Allah Subhanahu wa Taala and follow the Al-Quran and Sunnah of the Prophet to achieve eternal heaven, which is the goal for Muslim. Whereas Hinduism teach that the final destination and purpose in their life is to achieve moksha, which is freedom and liberation from the chain of karma samsara and all evil and bad deeds, so that it can be united with Brahman. Thus, Hindus do not believe in the hereafter in the form of heaven and hell. Thank you.